This is the ZHIYUN Molus X60 RGB. Now, I'm going to attempt to camp solo right here in the wilderness while I try to attempt to tell you about this light. Let's get going.
This is a ZHIYUN Molus X60 RGB. It's a small, compact light, the size of a touch and go, and closely resemble an action camera with all these technical details that you should know. In this video, I'm going to showcase how the Molus X60 RGB over the backdrop of a campsite that I've set up and prop up some use cases with some samples and comparison in hope that we can increase production value of our YouTube game with a simple light like this. ZHIYUN did reach out to me about the X60 RGB light to make a video review. Now this video is not sponsored nor is paid, and all of these opinions are mine alone, and they don't even get to review the video first before I upload here, so take it as it may to how this video is to you.
This gotta be the most luxurious camping light ever. Now, it's such a small, compact package of a light. You've got the softbox already mounted, the main light and the battery. I mean, check out the haul that I have when I camp. I've got the tarp, I've got the poles, I've got the table, the chairs, you know. Considering all the things that I'm bringing for a camping trip, this is such a small package. It's such a great tool to bring along. I think if you're a content creator out in the wild, this one will certainly up your video production.
The Pro combo comes with the ZHIYUN Molus X60 RGB light, 2 units of grid batteries, a mini reflector with the diffusion dome, mini softbox, a power adapter, and I'll also purchase the ZHIYUN Bowens mount adapter separately. Some accessories like the charging cable and also a mesh adapter organizer bag that I haven't shoot, and all these are packed nicely in the carrying case by ZHIYUN. Now, one of the common use cases of the Molus X60 RGB is using it as a field light. It's those field lights that you bring in the details in a shot and make the shot look vibrant and rich. But when it's not there, the shot can just look dull. Now, you may not notice it at first, but when the field light is there, it just looks better and right. Now, one of these scenes is light up with the Molus X60 RGB to be the field light, and one is not. So which one do you prefer? I mean, it's kind of obvious, isn't it? To give you a picture, this is where I hid the light away from the camera to mimic the sunlight.
Now we can use the ZHIYUN Molus X60 RGB light, that's a mouthful, in a simple studio setup like this with a talking head, me looking at the camera talking. That's the only key light that I have, and provided with the caveat that I'm shooting with the 51.2, that's a very fast lens with these settings on my camera right now. And of course, I've got the ZY to the Bowen mount that I purchased, and I mount that on together with the Octabox that's of a Bowen mount, 90cm with a grid to control the spill. And this is the frame that you guys are looking at. What do you guys think? One key light. We can certainly dress this up even more, like, you know, hair light and stuff. But how do you feel about this particular frame?
Welcome to my workspace over here. I use this space to do YouTube Live and all the Zoom meeting that I have got to do, and I've set it up with all the key lights that I can easily replace them with the Molus X60 RGB. But the name RGB is in the light, so I decided to use it to light up and flood the whole entire room with magenta color. Have I told you about the ZY Vega app that is available for download in App Store, where you can connect the light with Bluetooth and control it from there? So right now I have connected to the light already, and it is set to magenta in color. You can see a little blip over there because I was changing the color, maybe a little bit more obvious into red, and even more obvious, like totally opposite the spectrum to blue perhaps. Right, you could easily change the light via the app connection over here. And I think it's pretty cool. Bring some life into the live stream, ain't it not? Now I've dimmed down the studio right now, and there is a party trick that's available on the light, and I've got to bring the sound in the studio so that you can hear it and see it and watch it. It's a party trick, but here goes. Music mode. It certainly have a mic on the light itself. So yeah, that's it. Music mode.
Welcome to my outdoor set. It is now at night over at the campsite, and the entire campsite right now is being lit up by these two lamps over here, which is pretty warm, and you can barely see me in this dark setting, ain't it not? So with the Molus X60 RGB, I could simply just turn on the light and you'll see my talking head. But wait, it is not complementing, isn't it? The color temperature is mismatched. So what we could do, we could go into ZHIYUNLYF Vega and then just perhaps point our camera towards the light source and then sort of like try to match the light and the color so it becomes much more believable. So now it is a little bit warmer. It feels like as though that particle is actually lighting me up. How do you like my set over here? It is freaking dark right now, and it's just all these lights that's around me that's like lighting around the campsite, which is kind of nice.
Of course, we could utilize the available light from a gas stove. Quite sure I burned some of my eyebrows and lashes in that shot. But I digress. I'd rather keep my eyebrows and lashes. I'll have the Molus X60, please. I can keep the stove to just boil some water for a drink, and perhaps use the Molus X60 to create this kind of camping detail shots.
It's thunderstorm right now, guys. Can you see that? It's blinking. Or is it the Molus X60 RGB with the effects turned on? Yes, that's the lightning effect, guys. So this is how it looks like outside. We can certainly use the light for all this effect simulation, and there's police car and multiple presets that you can use. I'm in my tent now after that fake little thunderstorm that I tried to make, and I brought together with me into the tent, of course, is the X60 light over here. Now I'm bouncing from the ceiling. I could imagine if I've got a harness, I could like just put it over here and then make it the most expensive tent light ever. I mean, why not, right? It's just that I don't have the things to hold it up right now, but we could. Maybe next time. Anyway, I'm just gonna like leave it with that light behind over there as my ambient light, and I'm gonna call the night. I'm gonna wrap it up for at least tonight. I'll see you if I see you tomorrow morning for a conclusion, eh? So good night, see you guys. Now the magic of the Molus X60 RGB is certainly the portability of the light. You have a light that's the size of an action camera, a battery that can last, and all the small little modifiers over here that completes the package gives you to go off the grid at a campsite like this in the wilderness, and you can improve your production quality in your video. That sounds like freedom. Now the challenge with these lights over here is certainly to balance between the light output, how long the battery would last, and the portability of the light. At the end of the day, with this decision made by ZHIYUN, will make or break this particular Molus brand. Portability is a key, certainly, but if the battery is not long-lasting enough, then it's not gonna matter. And if the power output is not gonna be bright enough, it's not gonna matter as well. And what ZHIYUN X60 RGB is, at the end of the day, it is a good fill light, like how I'm going to be using this to fill in the light. In complete darkness, you'll be able to use this light pretty much very bright, as you saw while I was camping in front of my table last night. I think having the RGB is an interesting choice, and I kind of like it because it gives me an opportunity to play with RGB on the go. But I think most of the application of how I'll be using this light will certainly in the CCT mode, where I can control the temperature of the light. But then again, who knows, maybe I'll be able to go out street walk with it at night with this light to get some portraits. Do you want to see that? Comment below. So at the end of the day, I think ZHIYUN made a viable package in the form of the X60 RGB, where the power output is good enough to actually matter. It has a 50-minute rated battery, and of course I can be powering this with my power delivery power bank that I did brought, the 100-watt one. So did it fulfill the need of a content creator that need a portable light that is cordless and works on battery? I think a resounding yes, in the sense of like, hey, 50 minutes is a lot of time on the battery, and also 60 watt is plenty of light. At 60 watt, and you're trying to balance, say, the ambient light and all, this may be a push, but it's certainly a good feel light, like complementing the shot pretty well, just like this. Now, I've got a feeling that this form factor is gonna be very popular. The Molus X series has been around for about, what, a year plus, close to 2 years, and it started with the X100 watt light, that one. What's missing in the package right now is the X100 RGB. Not sure if that's coming, but the longer ZHIYUN invests in this brand of light, the more accessories that will come out and the richer the whole entire ecosystem is gonna be. That concludes my review of the ZHIYUN Molus X60 RGB. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you guys did enjoy the whole entire setup to the campsite and everything while I'm trying to show you the Molus X60 RGB. Now, if you're new to the channel, do like and subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you guys on the next video.
I'm going to leave this video with some photographs that I shot while I was camping. Some featuring the lights and others just random shots of me. I told the world on Facebook that I was working. Well, I was. I just wonder if they believed me. So, until next time, take care.